If you are into Mega Man X as a franchise as much as I am, more likely than not you'll have heard people bashing X5, X6, and X7. I'm not gonna talk about X7 here as I believe the hate around it is pretty justified. I don't think this is the case for X5 and X6 though. If I'm being honest here, I think the excessive hate this games get is originated from certain details that stop them from being the near perfect games they have the potential to be. This minor disappointment turns into major assault. It has the same effect as those mildly uncomfortable compilations on YouTube. Let's take a good look at X5 as I'll be covering X6 in an upcoming video. Before we start, I want to kindly remind you about subscribing, leaving a like, clicking the bell icon, leaving a comment, and following my Instagram. It's free and I guarantee you won't regret it. Now, without further ado,
let's get this party started, shall we?
The biggest problem with X5 in my and many other players' opinions are the obligatory Alia text cutscenes, if you can even call them that. The game has the potential of being fast-paced, satisfying, and really action-packed, but Alia's dumbass thinks it's a good idea to keep interrupting you every 15 seconds.
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt.
This is especially bad on the game's training level. It's real bad, but at least there it's pretty expected to have someone coach you through so that beginners know what to do. Something people keep bringing up when talking about X5 is the excessive use of text in place of the anime-style cutscenes from X4. For me, I'd rather read the X5 story like a really good book than having to hear that god-awful voice acting that X4 was cursed with.
What am I fighting for?
Come on, what the fuck were they thinking? I mean, seriously. The second most mentioned X5 issue is the game's upgrade system. Not the part system for X armors, but the system of little annoying parts you can equip in the menu by pressing L1 on the stage select screen. And I totally agree.
What were they thinking with this shitload of fuck?
It's one of the most confusing, frustrating, and unsatisfying systems in any game ever. I'll leave the Wikia link on how it works in the description if you're interested. I don't want to dive into it. It's too confusing. However, the worst part about it is that this system single-handedly makes it impossible to truly 100% complete the game without the use of something like a Game Shark or Codebreaker code. Without it, you only get a fixed amount of upgrades per playthrough. There are 16 unlockable upgrades and you can only get 8 no matter what the hell you do. Another aspect people complain about is the fact that the game makes you choose who you give heart tanks and energy upgrades to, in place of being shared by both X and Zero. I agree, this is totally unnecessary. It feels like something that could be an exclusive aspect of Extreme, the highest level of difficulty you can choose from the options menu at the beginning of the game. In X8, aspects like these were implemented, whereas here, the programmers just said,
Bitch, I don't care.
Other various aspects people keep bringing up when talking about the game are the Guns N' Roses themed boss names, the fact that most upgrades are extremely hard or plain impossible to get with Zero, certain OST changes, and the fact that now X can't use his unlockable armors unless all the pieces for each are gathered. I don't think the Guns N' Roses names are that much of an issue. I'm a big rock fan myself, and I don't find it as cringe as some people do. But the armor thing, that's something else. That's something I completely agree with. Now, we can't ignore the fact that this game provides an atmosphere like no other. Its soundtrack, its visuals, its sound design, its story, just...
Beautiful.
X5's soundtrack is for me the best in the whole Mega Man franchise. Nothing comes close to it. It's the perfect combination of hard rock and retro style music. I really prefer the US versions of both the opening and ending credits theme. The art style is also something I really enjoy. All the textures are a major overhaul for the ones in X4, which themselves were awesome on their own. The story is very enjoyable, pretty immersive and action-packed. Stage design and enemy layout is mostly really good. I love it. There's plenty of reasons to love this game. If that's not enough, now there's a way to make this game almost perfect. It's called the Megaman X5 Improvement Patch, made by Dark Samus 993. What is it, you may ask? It's a patch that fixes almost everything covered here in the negative aspect section. Yes, it is that good.
Fuck yeah.
You might want to stick around if you want to know more, as I'll make a video on the different improvement patches for all the Mega Man X series, from X1 to X5, so you can get the ultimate gaming experience out of them. Be on the lookout for that video. And as the defense attorney for X5, I feel like the game is pretty misjudged. That's my conclusion. You must give the game a chance to judge it so harshly. So that's my opinion about the all-time classic that X5 truly is. What do you think? Do you have anything you want to add? Feel free to tell me anything you want on the comment section. I've been Rick, and I'll see you next mission.